Hi, it's Vic. Welcome back to my channel, and today I have a very sweet card using some Hello Bluebird stamps and also some Sunny Studio stamps. And we're also going to be doing a very colourful ink blended rainbow background. Okay, so to start with, I'm just going to be colouring in these trees, and I'm using YG07 and YG06, and I'm starting with the darkest colour and then going to the lightest colour. And the tree stamp and the fence are Sunny Studio stamps from the Spring Scene stamp set. Now I'm just moving on to the fence, and I'm using E31 and E43 to colour the fence in. And I'm starting with the darkest colour and again going in with the lightest colour, so I've only used two markers for this. And now I'm just moving on to the birds, which are Hello Bluebird, and they're the Garden Friends stamp set, and also included is the little butterfly. So I've just started colouring the birds' little beaks, and I've used Y08 and Y00, and now I'm just moving on to the birds' bodies. And for their bodies I've used BV02 and BV31 for this. I'll leave a description down below of all the Copic markers I've used, and I just love these birds, they just look so sweet. And now I'm just going in with the RV colours to finish off the little bird's body. And for the second bird I decided to use the blue-green Copic markers for this bird. And now I'm just adding some yellow colour to his body before I give him some rosy red cheeks. And then here I'm just colouring in some grass, and I've used BG11 for this. And then once this was coloured, I wanted to add a little bit of texture for the grass, so I just went in with a darker marker and was just gently doing some upward flicks. And now I'm going to put the dies on and run it through the die cutting machine. And I wanted to make a long card, so I'm scoring this at 436, and then I'm going to fold this in half and then trim this at 8 inches, and this is an A4 piece of card. Now I'm just doing the front panel for my card, and this is Paper Mill Direct, and it's a super smooth white card. And now I'm just going to go ahead and ink blend this background. So I've used Distress Oxide in Spun Sugar, and now I'm going to change the colour to Tumbled Glass, and then I'm going to go in with the Shaded Lilac Distress ink, and I'm moving the stencil each time I've done a line of ink blending. But feel free to use whichever colours of inks that you'd like for your background. And then once this is complete, I'm just going to get all my images and make sure that they fit on the card nicely. And then I wanted to add some clouds, so I die cut some Sunny Studio cloud dies, and I added them to my card as well. My sentiment is heat embossed with Wow embossing powder, and I used the Waffle Flower Crafts Jar Sentiments stamp. I then decided that I wanted to add some texture to my background, so I'm just using some Distress ink in Wilted Violet, and I'm just mixing that with some water and a paintbrush, and then I'm going to gently tap the ink onto the card. And once that's complete, I then adhered the card panel to my card base using some double-sided tape. So now I'm going to go ahead and adhere down all the images that I've stamped, and I'm starting with the little fence first, and I've adhered that down with some PVA glue, and the birds were adhered down with some foam tape. And this is the little tube I keep my PVA glue in because it makes life so easy and the glue doesn't go everywhere. And I'm just adding a little bit of pressure on the stamps where I've used PVA glue, because otherwise they do have a tendency to lift back up. So if you are using PVA glue, make sure you give it a firm push down. And I did stamp out an extra bird because once I was putting this card together, I realised that 2 birds weren't quite enough. So now I'm just going to adhere all the other stamps down and my sentiment, and then I also added a snail which is from the same stamp set, and also some flowers which again is from the Hello Bluebird Garden Friends stamp set. And then to finish this card off, I'm adding some uniquely creative sequins. So I've used cotton candy and violet garden, and I'm adhering these down with some PVA glue and my Trimcraft pickup tool. And there we go, the card's all complete. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.